Through frost and moonlit fields so wide, young Billy walked with stumbling stride. His breath was smoke, his hands were numb, and Christmas cheer had long since come. He cursed the cold that bit his skin, and wished for warmth and fire within. No drop to drink, no spark to glow, by heaven's grace I'll freeze, I know. Then laughing loud he stamped his feet and cried, a dram would taste so sweet. If I could find one mug to clink, I'd bless the soul who brings me drink. From out the hedge a voice rang clear, "Good evening, friend, what brings you here?" A little man with lace of gold and buckled shoes, both bright and bold. He held a glass filled to the brim that caught the moonlight pale and dim. "Here's health," he cried, "a drink divine, no mortal brew could match this wine." "Success, my lad," said Billy there, and drained it deep in the cold air. Yet deep within his heart he knew no mortal man poured such a brew. Billy drained the goblet dry with rosy cheek and merry eye. But when the little man said pay, bold Billy laughed the thought away. "I've not a coin to bless my hand, nor silver piece at your command. But faith," says he with drunken cheer, "I'd pocket you like fruit, my dear." At once the fairy's face turned grim, a wrathful fire alighting him. "For words like that the price you'll pay, 7 years and 1 long day." A charm fell cold on Billy's breast, his limbs moved on without a rest. For all he pled, for all he cried, his feet marched on at fairy stride. Through hedge and ditch, through bog and briar, they wandered far as the moon rose higher. The little man strode light as air, while Billy gasped in bleak despair. Up hill and down the fields they roamed, past frozen streams and cabins homed. And Billy knew, though night was black, no mortal power could hold him back. On Rushbourne State through midnight tear, they'd ride to cellars rich and rare. No lock nor latch could bar their way, they slipped through keyholes, or so they say. From cask to cask the pair would roam, from Limerick's castles to Dublin homes, while Billy drank with reckless cheer. The fairy laughed to see him near. Night after night the spell held tight, yet Billy found a strange delight. For though he served the fairy's whim, the drink flowed ever free for him. Starlit night their steeds took flight to Carrigagunniel's Hall of Light, where pipes and laughter filled the air and wedding candles flickered fair. Bright Bridget danced with Darby True, while unseen guests came stealing through. The fairy perched with wicked pride and fixed his longing on the bride. 1,000 years I'll count at dawn, he hissed with glee, his malice drawn. And ready then for wife I'll be, tonight the girl shall come with me. Now mark my charm, the fairy said, with sneezes thrice her fate is wed. If blessings fail on sneeze the third, she's mine by right of spoken word. Before the priest fair Bridget stayed, her cheeks turned pale, her breath unmade. She sneezed and silence filled the room, the fairy's grin grew sharp as doom. A second sneeze soon shook her frame, and still no kindly blessing came. He whispered low with gleaming eye, her soul is now half mine to die. The third sneeze burst with ringing sound, and still the feast stayed still spellbound. The fairy rose with gloating air, his claim upon the bride laid bare. But Billy's heart, though steeped in sin, felt pity stir and burn within. He saw her doom, her soul betray, to live as he enchanted swayed. With all his might he fought the charm, his trembling voice raised high alarm. And bursting free from fairy press he cried, "God save us, heavens bless!" The spell was burst in one swift breath, the fairy shrieked like dealing death. His golden coat flashed wild and bright, a storm of fury, flame and spite. "You're loose from me," he roared in dread, "and curses on your mortal head." He kicked poor Billy clean and far, he flew like shot from cannon's jaw. He landed smack on feast and ale, amid the bride and groom's travail. Yet free at last from fairy hand, he danced and drank through all the